We are here with the beautiful Lorrie Morgan, one of my all-time favorites. My dad's very favorite person ever.
Thank you.
You have a new project coming out, and it's something different for you, different than what's out, and it's beautiful.
Thank you.
Can you elaborate a little bit? Tell us about what inspired you to choose the songs you did, and some of the songs that you did choose, and why.
Well, I waited a long time to put a new album out. We probably 5 years or so since I've had my own solo album out, and it was purposely because I just didn't hear what I wanted to put out. I didn't want to just go in and say, let's just record another album, just to record an album.
Right.
And I wanted it to be special. And some of these songs that are on the Letting You Go Slow album are very personal songs. And they're songs that I've had with me that I've wanted to record for probably 10 years. Some of them 10 years, some of them a little less. But I've kept them, you know, in my back pocket, per se, for a long, long time. And one night I was at home, and Richard Landis, my producer, called me and said, "When are we going to do something together, Loretta? When are we going to do something?" You know, and I said, "I'm ready right now, Richard." He said, "I'm going to get Tony Conway on the phone," and we got Tony on the phone, and we started the ball rolling, and we just Richard was at the same place I was. We weren't going to push this album to radio per se. We were going to record an album that my fans want to hear.
Oh, they're going to love it. They're going to love it.
And I really think they're going to be surprised and pleased at the same time. It's a wonderful album. It's all me. It's where I'm at right now, who I am right now, and we had a great time making the record. The musicians we chose, we didn't just say, okay, let's get, you know, the typical musicians. We chose each musician one by one for what we thought they could bring to the album. And it was amazing. We had a great time. We did it in 2 days, and it was just an amazing album. I had the best time I've ever had in the studio.
You can hear it in your voice. You really can.
Thank you.
The composition and the whole production.
Thank you.
The album fits together like a puzzle. It's not one of those that you listen to a song and then throw in something wild that did not fit at all, and you're like, wait a minute, what happened? The whole thing is just a very nice, flowing album.
Thank you.
And I'm a lyrics person and a melody person, and boy, it hit right there. So tell me about the title song that you chose, what it means to you, and why you chose it.
Well, actually, my daughter-in-law, Ashley Hewitt, wrote the song. She is now with a group called Post Monroe. She was my band leader for 3 years, and I'm a little bit sad that she's leaving me, but I understand. I want her to go be successful, and I think they will be. I really do. I believe in that group. But I heard the song. She played it for me a couple years ago on the road, and I was like, Ashley, I had no idea you were such a great writer. I mean, I really was blown away that she was that great of a writer. And she said, well, you know how I came up with this song? And I said, no. She says, when me and Jesse were having a lot of problems and we separated, and that's my son, and I'm like, well, I didn't know that. So, but anyway, they're fine. But she wrote the song about Jesse letting you go slow, taking down your memory one frame at a time, and you know, I interpret it differently. I have had to let many things and many people go slow, and so I relate very much to the song, and the melody was just beautiful, and we had Ashley come in and do the harmony on it, and it was pretty amazing.
Now, as far as choosing the other songs, did you have, I mean, I know you said you had a lot of them in your back pocket already, but how did you narrow that down? Because I'm sure that there was plenty of others that you have loved over the years that you keep saying, someday I would like to do that one. How did you decide for sure which ones were going to make the album?
Well, I was pretty steadfast in my decision. I wasn't going to really budge on what I wanted to do, and I was hoping that Richard would be soft enough to understand that, and to narrow them down. There's 1,000 more I'd like to do, but these were the songs that I've had that were ready. They were like, here's the album. I mean, these are the 12 I've got ready. The 11 I have ready. And I didn't really sit down and go through songs and go to publishers and, except one. I went to one publisher. But I didn't really do that because I already had them. One of the songs I recorded was a song that I was at a T.J. Martell event in New York City, and my manager Tony was there, and Anita Baker was there that night. She was at the table, and I was a wreck. But this girl came out and sang, please tell me her name, Kristen, gosh, she wrote the song. She came out and sang Spilt Milk, and I was just flabbergasted at this song, and she sang it so beautifully, and I'm sitting there with this group of artists, and I'm thinking, please don't let anybody want to be cutting this song right now, please. And that night, Tony got me the CD, and I took it home, and I played it for years, and that's the song I picked off that album. For years I've had that song, and it was just one of those songs that I related to. Is don't tell me I'm going to be okay, because I'm not. I know me.
Yep.
And it really said what I wanted to tell people. Oh, you're going to be fine. No, I'm not.
Let me have my time.
Yeah, I'm not okay.
Yep.
And I related to it, and I kept it. And I kept this. When I heard the song Larry Gatlin wrote called "I've Done Enough Dying Today," I have done so much dying I can't tell you. I mean, I've been on the up and down roller coaster of my life, and when I'm in that down spot, and I'm thinking about I've done enough dying today, and I'm hurting, and how am I going to make it? And these songs moved me, and when I took them to Richard, thank God he got them, because I was so afraid that he would say, I don't really hear you singing that, because if that would have been the point, I would have said, then there's no use in us going on. But he got it, and he really got it. And there was only one song that I know of that Richard picked for the album, and it was What I'd Say. And Richard and I have a great relationship because we do give a lot. We give and take a lot. And this was the one song he believed in.
He had that one in his back pocket.
He was like, you're going to record this song. And I said, okay. And I couldn't really hear me singing this Earl Thomas Conley song. I was like, I don't hear it. But the more I sang it, the more I learned it, yes, I would love to say, go to hell, that's what I'd say. That line sold me, because there's so many times in my past relationships that's what I said.
Exactly. I was just going to say, you did say it.
I did say it.
Absolutely. Well, I know that in a lot of the publicity stuff that's out right now, you've said you've lived all of these songs. This is your life, all of these different things that you've gone through. With everything that has changed over the years, and you've seen trends come and go, you've seen the social media boom, how do you think that affects an album coming out today, something that's different that you're doing now compared to what you did when you first started?
Well, I have to believe it's going to be for the better. I have to believe that, because I waited this long to put the album out, and now with Amazon and iTunes and my website, people don't depend on radio as much as they did, and I think if, you know, I buy most of my music there. What I listen to in the car is you know, XM, and it's old country music, and that's what I listen to.
Yep.
Most days, some days I listen to Sinatra, but my point being, I don't have to be. Radio doesn't have to tell me what I have to listen to, and it's damn sure not going to tell me what I have to buy. And believe me, I have a lot of friends in radio. I have a lot of great disc jockey friends, and you know, more power to them. But as an artist, in my you know, at my where I'm at in my life, my fans will go to, you know, Amazon, iTunes. They'll download it wherever they can get it, and that's what I'm looking for.
Do you enjoy the closeness that Facebook and Instagram and all that has brought? I know your husband is always posting pictures of you sleeping with the dogs or dancing by your pool. I love him. I love him.
My husband is crazy.
He is crazy, but he's awesome because it shows us the real Lorrie. You're not made up. You're not. Maybe you're performing sometimes, but it's in your bathrobe. Who knows? I mean, do you enjoy that?
I said, Randy, you can't show people this, and he's like, why not?
It's too late. He did.
I'm like, whatever. He's got more pictures that are off limits.
Oh,
okay?
I can imagine.
Things he comes around the corner, and you know, and I'm like, if you post that, I'll kill you. But yeah, I do love it. I do. You know what really? I love getting on Facebook. I loved it more before every time I get on, I see animal abuse. And it just, I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
I can't unforget it. And it really drives me crazy. So I love getting on there and seeing the fans and talking to the fans. Why they have to post people beating animals is beyond my comprehension. But I love the new Instagram. I'm still having trouble with hashtagging and everything. And Ashley, my daughter-in-law, she would always say, "Give me the phone. I'll show you how to do it." Now I got to find somebody else to teach me how to do it. But I love it. I do. I love Facebook. I wake up in the middle of the night and I get on, and that's when I normally get in trouble.
Right.
I've had a few glasses of wine, and I'm like, I'm just going to say what I feel, and then the next day I'm getting phone calls
and
going,
you're like, you shouldn't
I can't
have said
believe
that.
you said that. And I'm like, what? Did I say something?
But don't you think that, I mean, think back when you first started and the artists were more shielded and somewhat more on a pedestal. You were untouchable. People couldn't get to you. And now social media has opened that door wide open.
And I love that.
And it's made it, you're real, I'm real.
Yeah,
it opens everything up.
I love that part of it.
I do too. I think it makes a big difference.
Or this past year for FanFest, or I don't know what it's called anymore.
Fanfare, it'll always be it'll always be that to you and
CMA
me.
Fest, Fanfare. I had some of my closest friends, had them to my pool for a pool party, and it was really great. I mean, you know, they follow me all year. They boost me up on Facebook.
Exactly.
And, you know, it's just a few of my very close people that, you know, and next year I'm going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
We're going to make it a little bit bigger and do it a little bit different. But I love it. I love being able to, you know, talk one-on-one to them, you know.
Now I have to ask you about a period in your life that is from before when you had the hotchickens.com.
Yeah.
Another friend of mine had asked me to ask you this, but any chance you'll ever do anything like that? She loved that place.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, we are constantly looking for the right place to do hot chickens.
That would be awesome.
And the thing is, I don't need a big place. I don't want a huge place. I want it a cool vibe. I want to sell my chicken and a few other things that I've got in mind. And we have a partner that, you know, is going in with us. And
oh, she'll be so happy to hear this.
yes, we are going to do it. We are going to. And I'm really excited about it. Every week we're looking in and around Nashville for the right location.
Right place. Well, that's good news. That's good to hear. That's awesome. Well, Lorrie, it has been awesome talking to you
Thank
as
you.
always, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you The CD is amazing.
Thank
and
you.
The fans are going to love it. And we look forward to hearing more from you.
We're going to get a Grammy on this one.
There you
now.
go.
Okay?
I'm all for it. It's all
Gotta
yours.
get a Grammy.
We'll make it happen.
All
Thank
right.
you, Lorrie.
Thank you.